The thought behind the record was, let's take the top 30% of our dynamic off, like the heaviest, dirtiest, biggest parts, and let's not do that. I think limitation is what makes good art. You know, the blank page is what's terrifying. So the limitation of going, okay, let's not use that stuff and let's save that for the next EP, let's save that for Violence. Let's only try to use the top 30%. That's a new challenge we haven't done before, and that's exciting. I mean, we have kind of a pretty big dynamic range, like from really soft stuff where I'm, you know, singing like a girl, to like giant parts where it's like I'm using a baritone with a octave on it, and it's just like gnarly. We've done that a lot, so how could we do it differently?
Things kind of integrated into it.
Yeah.
This last song is the most, like, to me, true My Epic. Like, it's a little bit colder, very guitar driven, with a lot of like interchanging melodies between the guitars and vocals and all that.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to naturally do a lot to throw that out the window if I added too much from a synth.
So the process for My Epic usually is I write with Jeremiah, then I write with Jeremiah and Jesse, then we all write with Tanner.
Well, you were doubling your guitars, so I muted one of them and I was just playing that, kind of that, the low. Well, actually, I don't know. I actually muted a bunch of your guitars, actually.
I told you good.
Yeah, pretty much.
You played good at Facedown Fest. You played really good. Your stomp was really what was in form. Your stomp was like, was really.
Well, I mean, that's what I practiced. I didn't practice anything else. I figured I'd wing the rest of it.
Nate was also involved. He's become a good friend, and he's filled in for Tanner a lot on tour when Tanner couldn't go. Tanner's the one who was like, hey, Nate should fill in, and he was the one who kind of reintroduced, we had met him before, but reintroduced him to us, so it was like really a healthy family fit to go, oh, Tanner can't come this weekend, but we're still gonna meet, and we're gonna go and demo these songs with Nate and then send them to Tanner. But it was cool to have Nate involved in the middle to go like, oh, I actually don't think that chorus is good, or I actually think that chorus is the best part. And we wanted that. We're always wanting to do different things, like always wanting to find something new. Because otherwise we'll just keep rewriting the same record, and we have no desire to do that.
Okay. And then do all your guitars and stuff.
Okay.
And then see where we're sitting on the songs.
Oh man, oh yeah. Oh good.
So he just made this song 1,000 times cooler.
And if you've sat in on one of our practices, one of our writing sessions, you know that we talk a lot more about the nature of the music than we play. We talk a lot. When we get to a certain point in the song, we don't know what comes next. It's usually a philosophical conversation about what feel needs to happen, what emotion needs to happen, how do we get there. I've already written the ending, and it ends well. It ends like the way I want it to. So it's like, oh, but there's some stuff that needs to exist. And there does need to be something, like I'm just not quite sure what direction to go with it. It doesn't always come in order. It's more encouraging when it comes out of order and I know the ending. It's like, okay, we know where we're going.